Everybody, what is going on? It's Bill with Franklin Loan Center, and hey, it's the first of the year. We're seeing rates; they're in a pretty good spot. In fact, we're seeing rates in a spot like even technical levels from looking at actual mortgage-backed securities where we haven't been in quite a while. We've broken through a couple of barriers. It's kind of important, right? So it's probably time to get a little mortgage review going on. Look, if you've got 5 or below and you're at the front of your interest rate, then you're good, right? We're not to that point, but anyone, particularly with the upper sixes, certainly a 7 in front of your interest rate, we should be taking a look at that, right? This certainly rings true for anybody that I've worked with personally, and I'm working through a bunch of calls and emails, so some bunch of you already probably heard from me. But if you haven't yet, I'm getting to you, but I want you to know, like, if you're seeing this, is all I need to do is get a copy of a recent mortgage statement. I'll go in there, I'll play around with some numbers, and we'll get a really good sense real quick of what we can do. So yeah, if you, again, basically, if you have a 6 or 7 in front of your interest rate, or of course higher, then it's time for us to be talking about some real savings. And refinancing, I've forever heard, look, you need to see a 1% improvement in the rate before a refinance makes sense. That's a decent rule of thumb, but the real story is it depends on your loan size and everything else, right? And what we're really ultimately looking for is a reasonable break-even point for, we look at what's your monthly savings, divide that into the total cost of the refinance, and generally, especially when we think that, I don't know, there's so many people that are still trying to make it sound like rates are going to go down. I'm kind of not holding out for that anymore. Look, refinancing is a bird in the hand. So if we see it, certainly if we see a break-even point within a year, that's a no-brainer in my mind. And it's simple math. So, take a look at that interest rate that you have. And again, 6 or above on that thing, you should reach out. We'll take a quick look. It doesn't cost you obviously anything other than a couple minutes to take a look at it. And then we can discuss whether or not a refi makes sense. So again, take a look at your interest rates and let us know where you're at, because now is definitely an interesting time. And for everyone that's buying, for people that have been sitting on the sidelines and looking at these, a lot of people got pre-approved with interest rates of like a 7 in front of them, right? Well, if those rates come down a full point, you have 10% more buying power. We've talked about that a bunch. This one's about refis, but yeah, take a look. Let's do a review of that of that mortgage and figure out if it makes sense to save you some bucks. That's all I got this week. I'm Bill. I'm with Franklin Loan Center, and I'll see y'all next week.